Sugar cane sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. So below juice mix.
Good day, viewers all over the world. And today we are communicating STEM, and we are looking at an aspect of STEM, which is mathematics, and in particular, we are looking at properties of numbers. Properties of numbers. You will understand with me that your knowledge of numbers, your ability to manipulate numbers, your ability to code numbers with other letters afford you an opportunity to be an innovative creator. Most achievers in life have understand the use and manipulation of numbers as a result of they understand the properties to create things. So that is why joining with me to discussing and communicating properties of numbers. Now, numbers generally emanate from the Hindu Arabic numeric system of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so forth. But for the sake of this, we are restricting it to a sample space of 25. We are restricting our study of properties of number to a sample space. Now, when we say a sample space, it means a selected totality of consideration for a given purpose. A total consideration, okay? Totality, a totality of consideration of numbers. Okay, we are just looking at the first 20 natural numbers. Now, we have natural numbers, we have even numbers, we have odd numbers, then we have prime numbers. Okay? Now, the natural number, like I said, are the natural counting of number from 1 to infinity. Now, you start from 1, 2, 3, then to infinity. A sleeping 8 is an infinity. It doesn't have end. Now, we are taking a sample space of 1, 2, 3 to 25 out of this infinite listing of numbers to be able to drive home our understanding of what is meant by even numbers, odd numbers, and prime numbers. Now, you need to have this understanding. Can you bring it here, please? Natural numbers, NN, is either even numbers or odd numbers. That means numbers from 1 to infinity, but in this case, from the sample space we are considering, from 1 to 25, you can single out either even numbers or odd numbers. Now, what are even numbers? EN. Even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that are divisible by 2. Meaning, number that if you use 2 to divide it, it will cut it without any remainder. That's it, okay? It will go into it without any remainder. So this one, no remainder, no R. R stands for remainder. Then odd numbers are those numbers that are not divisible. They are not divisible by 2. Meaning, if you use 2 to divide it, it will cut, but it will remain. The such numbers that after dividing it by 2, it will give you a remainder. Then such numbers are odd numbers. So meaning that natural numbers, the numeric number system, is made up of what? Even numbers and odd numbers. And in mathematics means plus. Take note of that. And. So now let's come here. Let's see the analysis here. If you look at this, I have some sets, some Venn diagrams here, showcasing the connectivity between even numbers, odd numbers, and prime numbers. Now let me go to the third one, prime number, PN. Prime numbers are numbers divisible by 1 and itself only. A number divisible by 1 and itself, what that means, it has a prime number has 2 factors. It has two factors. The first factor is that it must be divided by 1. The second factor is that it must be divided by itself. It must be divided by 1 and must be divided by what? Itself. Okay? Prime numbers are number divisible by 1 and itself. Now let's come here. Let's try to compare even and odd numbers. Now in a natural number system, even numbers and odd numbers, en and on, does not intersect. They do not intersect like this. This is point of intersection. They do not intersect. They are completely separate. We say they are mutually exclusive. When you say two things are mutually exclusive, if there is no intersection, meaning nothing common, they don't have anything common. That's why you see this circle of even numbers and this circle of odd numbers being separated. Do you see that? For example, now, English alphabet are made up of what? Vowels and consonants. The vowels are 5 in number. The consonants are 21 in numbers. Is that not? Okay. They do not intersect, even though they are from the same source. Which source? Alphabetical letters. They are from the same. So, mutually exclusive situation of natural numbers, of even numbers and odd numbers, is that they come from natural number. All of them are from the same natural number, from the same source, but they don't have anything common. They do not have intersection. So from these, if examples of even numbers that are divisible by 2 are 2, the first 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 24. Odd numbers. The first odd numbers is 1, then you jump to 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. You continue until you get to 25. So, for even numbers and odd numbers in natural number, there is no intersection. Now, let's come here. Even numbers and prime numbers. You see, the first prime number is 2. And the first even number is also 2. So can you see that they intersect here? Do you see the intersection? That means they have something in common. And the only thing they have in common is that is 2. Now, outside that, if you look at this complete circle, we have all the numbers between 1 to 25 that are even numbers, which you already know. Then, the prime numbers. The first is 2, which is common to even number. The other ones that are not intersecting with even numbers, we have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and 23. Now, if you look at outside these two circles, you will see some number outside inside the rectangle. Numbers like 1. It means 1 is not even number. It is also not prime number. The first prime number is 2. If you look at 9 is not a prime number. It is an odd number. The reason why 9 is not a prime number is that 3 can go in 9. And don't forget, for a number to be prime number, it must be 1 and itself. But in case of 9, apart from 1 and itself, 1 and 9, 3 can also go. That is why you can't see 9 inside this circle of prime numbers. The same thing 21. Can you tell me 2 reasons why 21 is not a prime number? Okay, because 3 and what? 7 can go in 21, apart from 1 and 21 itself. So because these 3 and 7 can also go in 21, 3 in 21, 7, 7 in 21, 3, okay? Then 21 is not a prime number. So that's why it's not inside this circle. Another number is 15. 15 is not a prime number because 3 can go in 15 and 5 can go in 15. Apart from 1 and 15 itself. So because these 2 can go in 15, then 15 is not a prime number. Then another one here is 25. What can go in 25 apart from 1 and 25? 5. So that makes 25 not to be a prime number. It means that if you look at all this number inside this prime circle for prime numbers, if you look at it, it's only 1 and they themselves that can go. 11. What can divide 11 except 1 and 11? What can divide 2 except 1 and 2? What can divide 19 except 1 and 19? And so on and so forth. Okay, now let's come to this place. Let's compare odd numbers and prime numbers. ON for odd numbers, PN for prime numbers. Okay? Now, if you look at this, there's an intersection between odd numbers and prime number, meaning that there are some numbers that are prime numbers that are odd numbers, and some that are odd numbers that are also prime numbers. Don't forget, odd numbers are numbers not divisible by 2. Prime numbers are numbers divisible by 1 and itself. Now, if you look at this circle stands for prime number. This one stands for odd numbers. Now, you can see clearly that all the numbers in prime numbers, all the numbers, take note of this, in prime numbers, except 2 are all odd numbers. Can you see that? Except 2. So that means you can get prime number inside odd numbers. You can get prime number inside what? Odd number. It's only 2 because prime numbers only share properties with even number, which is 2, as we show here the other time. Now, outside these 2 circles, you will see that there are other numbers outside these 2 circles. Those numbers are even numbers. Those numbers are even numbers alongside these 2. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. Now, let's look at okay, thank you. This 25 is not there. It's supposed to be here. Thank you. Now, odd, even, and prime numbers. Odd, even, and prime number. Now, let's see the comparison between the 3 now. You can see that prime number is in between odd numbers and even number in terms of property sharing, in terms of feature, in terms of similarity. To this side, prime numbers and even numbers have 2 in common. To this side, prime numbers and odd numbers have certain numbers in common. Numbers like 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 23, 17, and 19. They intersect. So, this should give you an understanding of the connectivity between even numbers, odd numbers, and prime numbers of natural numbers. In subsequent edition, actually because for the students that are in primary school, we are going to take each one of them, even numbers, and take them in detail. Likewise, odd numbers, likewise, prime numbers. Watch out. This one is just to show you the connectivity between even numbers, odd numbers, and prime number. Thank you for watching. Keep subscribing, sharing.
King promise. Oh, sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter. So below juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you come gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come gossip. Man, them so far to